Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence. Chess, not checkers. Part 2. The plot thickens. Let's talk about it. Let's go.
You are now tuned in to Boxing Blah Blah Blah, where we blah 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 about everything boxing.
Boy, look. Alright now. Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence. Chess, not checkers. Part 2. Alright, so the last time we talked about how your boy Terence Crawford playing chess. It wasn't about how many accolades Errol Spence gathered in the last few years. It's not about you got 3 belts, I got 1 belt. It's not about your pay-per-view numbers are like this and my pay-per-view numbers are like this. Because all that is Vantage Spence. Terence, like I was saying before, is playing the whole chess move of I've already got Undisputed next to my name in the history books. I'm going to the Hall of Fame. Errol wants that Undisputed next to his name at some point. He has to go through Terence Crawford to get it right now. He needs Terence Crawford's belt. So that's the chess move that I want to say that Terence Crawford is probably banking on so he can try to get this 50-50 split. Also, where part 2 comes into play, I think he also understands that it's a lot of pressure being put on Errol Spence because in 2 weeks, the IBF wants him to defend that mandatory belt, defend against the mandatory challenger. Who is said mandatory challenger for the IBF belt? Boots Ennis. Jeron Boots Ennis. Now, I don't know if you guys understand, but I said a long time ago, I personally think as great as Terence Crawford is, I think Terence Crawford will end up being a tune-up for Boots Ennis. I mean, I got all of them. Like I got those 3 like right now. I'm gonna give it a little slight edge to Spence and Terence because they've been on a higher level and they fought higher competition, stuff like that. But based on the eye test, based on peers, other trainers, coaches, people who was in amateurs with him and all that kind of stuff, Boots is the next man up in line. Showtime already gave him a big deal because Showtime believes that Boots is the next in line. They didn't give Virgil that big deal like they gave it to Boots. All right. So, with that being said, it's more pressure on Spence to go ahead and get this fight done. Because I think it's in 2 weeks. I think IBF gave him like 2 weeks. Like, y'all need to make this fight happen, or you got to fight Boots. So now, do you fight Boots and make less money? I mean, it's just as much risk, if not more. I mean, you take away the experience, Boots does the switch hit thing just like Terence, if not better. Boots probably hits harder. He's much bigger, much taller. Looks like his feet are faster. Goodness gracious, boy. What do they feed you, son? Huh? Damn. How do they grow up Boots like that? And how do you fit in a 147-pound package? Huh? Goodness gracious. So, I think Terence knows that, and I think Terence understands that Boots fight is up next for Errol, and Errol might just go on ahead and vacate the belts and go up to 154. Nowhere near am I saying that Errol is scared of Boots. It's just, why fight such a high-risk fight for such low reward? Errol got the belts. He doesn't gain an extra belt for beating Boots. The big payday doesn't come from Boots. It'll be a nice payday. I ain't gonna lie, it'll probably be a nice payday, but it ain't gonna be the Terence Crawford payday. It ain't the one that's been brewing for the last 5-6 years. You see what I mean? Terence knows that he's playing chess, man. So it's not just Terence playing chess doing this. He understands the circumstances around are also applying pressure. So it's almost like Terence moves, then the circumstances move again, and then Errol gets to move. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, whew, how much is this Undisputed worth, Errol? You know what I'm saying? I mean, you gonna go ahead and drop down to 50-50? Or you gonna go on ahead and play chess back? Because the thing is this, when it's all said and done, and people forgot about the opinions of Roy Jones, and they forgot about the opinions of Mike Tyson and Antonio Tarver and James Toney saying they think Terence Crawford to beat Errol Spence. Tyson already didn't change his mind. Tyson already took a statement back like, ooh, I don't know. I saw that Ugas fight with Errol and Ugas and he don't know. So Tyson already kind of switched his mindset up on that, or switched his statement up a little bit. But I still think though, 20, 30, 40 years later, people are gonna be like, Errol had the 3 belts in the weight division. Yeah, Terence was undisputed at 140. But then you look at the names. Who did they fight? You see what I mean? Who did they fight? Errol got better names on his resume than Terence, in my opinion. No disrespect to an old washed up Amir Khan. No disrespect to an old washed up Kell Brook. No disrespect to a Sean Porter who was retiring the next day and his dad stopped the fight because he said you didn't train the same as you normally train. I mean, like I said, I think Terence Crawford's best win was Victor Postol, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, as far as like, no, I'm saying Sean Porter was the best win. But besides Sean Porter retiring on his way out, like fighting a live fighter who wasn't planning on retiring, still was thinking he had the most steel to go in his career, that was Postol. You know what I'm saying? He had, who else was on his resume that, what's the name who fought everybody right now from Cuba? Not Rigondeaux. Gervonta Davis had to fight him and he had the Achilles issue. He was hobbling around the ring. You know who I'm talking about? Oh, man. Little Cuban guy came up. Also, Isaac Cruz just beat him too, just not too long ago. Man, what's that guy's name? You know who I'm talking about. Give me a second. Okay, second over. I didn't think of his name, but you guys know the name. It'll come to me in a second. If I wasn't trying to think about it right now, I bet I told it to you right now. But at the same time, when Terence fought that guy, he was coming up in weight. And that was at, what, 140, 135 or somewhere in there. And dude was coming up in weight. So it's like I can't give but so much credit to a lot of the big names that Terence beat because he beat them when they was about to retire or they was on their way out or they was far past their prime. I mean, he hit Kell Brook with a jab and Kell Brook was like, you know what, I'm done. Like Kell Brook's trainer didn't even come to train him for that fight because he already knew that Kell Brook was pretty much so. It was a lost cause for this fight. Kell Brook had been fighting at 154 because it was hard for him to make weight. It was hard for Kell Brook to make weight. I want to say back when Errol was fighting. Then after Errol beat him, he went up and started fighting folks at 154. And then all of a sudden, you want to come back down for this Terence Crawford payday. Like, how many years later was that? And you get hit in the face with a jab, and that's it. So, I mean, I can't really count that. Amir Khan, Glass Joe. He was Glass Joe in his prime, let alone way past his prime. You see what I mean? I think Amir Khan just kind of quit in the ring or something like that. Didn't really get hit too much. I think if memory serves me correctly. How about your memory? Did Amir Khan seem like he was the Amir Khan when he fought Terence Crawford? I don't think so. And anyway, Amir Khan was kind of light in the ass anyway. So, who else can we name for Terence Crawford? But I know. But I will say this. Regardless of the big time names, what you cannot dispute is the fact that Terence Crawford is an A-level fighter. Elite A-level fighter. Do you understand? As much trash as I might have talked, Terence Crawford is elite. He finds a way to make it happen and goes for the knockout. Now he might get hit. Okay, cool. But he going for the knockout. He gonna bring that dog out. You see what I'm saying? Much respect to you, TC. But that boy Errol, boy. Whoo. Errol like a train, man. Errol just keep coming like a train. There's a locomotive, power jabs, body blows, keep coming. And he knows, he understands the distance that he needs to make it all happen. Like, people be sleeping on Errol and his boxing ability. Don't sleep. He understands distance. He understands angles. He understands how to switch up those punches and the power on those punches. All right. It's a great. The fight gotta go down, man. The fight gotta go down. Okay. Y'all played chess. It was an intriguing game of chess. Okay. All right. Right now, no one is winning because it's a stalemate, and we got 2 weeks before IBF says like give up the belt or fight Jeron Ennis. And if that happens, then it's like, even if Errol Spence goes ahead and dominates Jeron Ennis and things like that, we still gotta wait until 2023 before we get Terence again. And then Terence still gonna be talking about 50-50. Man, please. No, Errol done beat more of a prime Kell Brook. Some might say he wasn't as prime because he already got his face broke by Gennady. But he still had another 5-6 years left in his career. Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, Anthony Peterson's, there's a few more names on there, things like that, and Ugas. And Errol Spence has just been dominating these guys, man. I can't say he dominated Sean Porter because he decided he wanted to fight Sean Porter's fight and just out Sean Porter. But he still dropped him and came out with the victory. You see what I'm saying? And it was a Sean Porter who was really going for that as Sean Porter say, I gotta get this one Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? I keep losing these big Super Bowls. I gotta get the Super Bowl. So Sean was ready. He didn't really want to fight Terence. He already told y'all he didn't want to fight Terence. He said, Terence my friend, I don't want to fight him. Didn't even train the same. Retired right afterwards. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you get the point, okay? Errol did all the heavy lifting, but doesn't have the undisputed name. Terence has the undisputed name next to him, but haven't done the heavy lifting. So both of y'all need to fight. Slap yourself, okay? Both of you need to fight, all right? So get it together. Sign the contract. Both of you sign the contract so we can see the fight and quit playing. You boxing fans out here, man, got us all out here emotional and whatnot. So that's what I got to say about it. Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence. Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford. Not checkers. This is chess. Okay? Part 2. This is your boy ALLMIT, and I'm telling you to make sure you like the video, comment on the video. Let me know what you think, man. Let's talk about it. Come on, let's talk. Let me know what you think about it. Share this video. Send this video to some of your folks and see what they got to say about it. Also go to This is Chess, Not Checkers, the first video I did. All right? Do your research on these fighters, man. Look up Terence Crawford's fights. Watch some of his fights. Watch Errol Spence fights. Watch Jeron Ennis fights too. And so you can see how all this is kind of coming together. Jeron plays a major part in this because high risk, much lower reward for beating Jeron Ennis. So you don't really want to do that right now. Errol already said all I want is Terence Crawford on moving up. Who you gonna fight when you move up? You got a few folks you can fight, but it's like, are you gonna fight Jamel and get all his belts? I thought y'all was boys, all that good stuff. But so yeah, like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video. I don't know if I said that yet. Before I get out of here, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. This is your boy ALLMIT. Okay, follow me on Instagram, Almighty Athletics, ALLMIT Athletics. All right, thank you very much. I can't thank you enough. I love talking this boxing stuff. So thank you for watching Boxing Blah Blah Blah, where we blah 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 about everything boxing. This is your boy ALLMIT, and I am signing out. You damn right.